Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Two dads, two minds, one life. I had two dads, one rich, one poor. Both were smart, both were hardworking, both cared for me deeply. But their views on money, completely different. One said, study hard, get a good job. The other said, learn how money works, make it work for you. As a boy, I stood between their voices. One filled with security, the other filled with freedom. One taught me to follow the system, the other taught me to question it. My poor dad had degrees. My rich dad had wisdom. Poor dad said, money is the root of all evil. Rich dad said, the lack of money is the root of all evil. Poor dad worked for money. Rich dad made money work for him. And slowly, I began to understand. This book is not about two people. It's about two mindsets, two roads, and the choice we all have to make. Part 2: Why the Rich Don't Work for Money. I was 9. I wanted to be rich. Rich dad gave me my first job. Not for money, but for a lesson. He made me clean cans. For hours. For pennies. I got angry, tired, frustrated. I asked, why are you paying me so little? He smiled and said, that's how most people live. Trapped in a job, begging for more, waiting for a raise, working for money, but never getting ahead. Then he said something I'll never forget. The moment you learn to work for learning, not for earning, you become free. Boom. That hit me hard. He taught me about fear, about desire, how fear of being poor and desire to be rich keeps people stuck. They chase paychecks. They run on a treadmill, but never build wealth. Rich people, they don't chase money. They build assets and let money come to them. That's what he wanted me to see. That money is not the goal. Control is. Freedom is. Part 3: Financial Education, What Schools Don't Teach. School teaches math, science, history, but it doesn't teach money. It doesn't teach us how to grow wealth, or how taxes work, or how debt can be good. So we grow up smart, but broke, because knowledge without financial literacy is not enough. Poor dad was educated, but he didn't understand money. Rich dad barely finished 8th grade, but he understood how money moved, how systems worked, how businesses grew, and he taught me. He said, don't say, I can't afford it. Say, how can I afford it? One closes the door, the other opens your mind. Poor dad believed in saving. Rich dad believed in investing. Poor dad said, don't take risks. Rich dad said, learn to manage risk. This changed everything, because I realized, school gave me information. Rich dad gave me transformation. Part 4: The Rich Focus on Assets. Most people buy things. They call it wealth. A big house, a fancy car, a new phone. But rich dad said, that's not wealth, that's liability, because it takes money out of your pocket. Real wealth is assets, things that put money in your pocket. Even while you sleep, he taught me the difference. Assets, rental properties, stocks, bonds, businesses, intellectual property, liabilities, loans, credit card debt, mortgages, that car you're still paying for. The middle class buys liabilities thinking they are assets. The poor buy only expenses. The rich build assets first, then buy luxuries from the returns. That's the secret. Part 5: Mind Your Own Business. Rich dad told me, don't just work in a business. Own one. Poor dad wanted me to climb the ladder. Rich dad wanted me to own the ladder. He said, your job is your short-term path. But your business, that's your long-term freedom. I started noticing, rich people don't rely on one income. They have multiple streams, investments, businesses, licenses, royalties, and that's what makes them secure. Not a paycheck. He told me, you can work your whole life, or you can learn to build something that works without you. And that stayed with me forever. Part 6: Taxes and Corporations. This part hit me like lightning. Poor dad paid taxes more as he earned more. Rich dad, he used the system. He created corporations, bought assets under them, paid expenses through them, and then paid tax on what was left. The middle class pays taxes first. The rich pay last, not because they're dishonest, but because they're smart. They understand the rules. They don't break them, they master them. The lesson: learn the system, play smarter, Use every tool the law gives you. That's not greed. That's wisdom. Beautiful. Chapter 7, Overcoming Obstacles. We all want to be rich. But most of us never become. Why? Because there are obstacles. Not outside. Inside. Fear. Fear of losing money. Fear of failing. Fear of what others will say. But Rich Dad said, losing is part of winning. No great investor wins all the time. No business succeeds without mistakes. The poor avoid risk. The rich manage it. They learn. They adjust. They grow. Doubt. That voice in your head that says, I'm not smart enough. I'm too late. I don't have money. Rich Dad told me, doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will. You don't need to know everything. You just need to start. And learn as you go. Laziness. It doesn't always look like sleeping in. Sometimes it's, I'm too busy. Sometimes it's, I'll do it later. But what's really happening? You are avoiding discomfort, avoiding change, avoiding growth. Rich Dad said, busy people are often just avoiding what matters. Bad habits, spending before saving, watching Netflix instead of reading, hanging with broke-minded people. Habits shape wealth. Little actions every day. They either build your future or break it. Arrogance, thinking you already know, refusing to ask, rejecting advice. Rich Dad said, arrogance is ego plus ignorance. Stay humble, stay curious, stay open. That's how you rise. Chapter 8, Start now, learn always. People wait. They wait for the perfect moment. Perfect job, perfect amount to invest, perfect idea. But perfect never comes. Rich Dad taught me, start small, start now. Don't stop. Read one book, attend one seminar, buy one asset, try one side hustle. Do one thing today, then do one more tomorrow. Soon, your life will look completely different. Education doesn't stop at school. It begins when you choose it. The rich don't stop learning. They read, they ask, they try, they fail, and they grow. Chapter 9, Work to learn, not just to earn. This changed me. Poor Dad said, get a secure job. Rich Dad said, get a job that teaches you skills. Sales, marketing, communication, leadership, money management. If you can master these, you'll never be poor. Don't chase promotions. Chase growth. Every job, every role. Ask, what can I learn from this? That's how you become unstoppable. Chapter 10, Mindset of the Rich. This book isn't just about money. It's about thinking. Because wealth starts in your mind. Poor people think, I can't. It's risky. It's too hard. Rich people think, how can I? What's possible? Who can teach me? It's not about IQ. It's about your attitude, your hunger, your belief in your own potential. You don't have to be born rich. You have to choose to think rich. Every single day. Chapter 11, Take Action. Imperfect but real. Here's the truth. Most people will read this, feel inspired, then do nothing. They'll nod. They'll say, this makes sense. Then they'll scroll, go back to their routine. But not you. Please, not you. Promise me something. You'll take one step, buy one book, save 1,000 rupees, sell one unused item, open one investment account, talk to one mentor, something, anything. Because action is what separates dreamers from doers. Wishes from wealth, hopes from habits. Rich Dad told me, knowledge is only potential power. Action is real power. So get moving. Even if it's small, even if it's slow, even if it's scary. Just begin. Chapter 12, Final Thoughts from Rich Dad. Let me tell you what he believed. He believed anyone could become rich. Not just those born in wealth, but those brave enough to change. He believed poverty is not a lack of money. It's a lack of mindset. A lack of education. A lack of courage. He believed you don't need to be perfect. You need to be persistent. He believed the best investment was not real estate, or stocks, or gold, but you, your growth, your beliefs, your ability to learn, and lead. That's the real message of this book. You don't need more money to get started. You need more understanding, more heart, more action. Summary of key lessons emotionally delivered. You can be poor in money, but rich in vision. Don't work just for money. Make money work for you. Assets buy freedom. Liabilities buy stress. Financial education changes generations. Fear keeps you broke. Courage makes you rich. Start where you are. Start with what you know. Learn every day. Grow every year. Build your mind. Build your money. Build your life. A final message from me to you. Hey friend, you've come far, and I'm proud of you. You read with your heart. You felt each word. You imagined a different future. And that's where all change begins. You don't need to do everything today. But promise me, you'll do something. Because your future, it's not written yet. You are holding the pen. You are choosing the chapters. And I believe, you will write something beautiful. You won't just read about rich people. You'll become one, not just in money, but in time, in joy, in freedom, in purpose. The world needs more people like you. Awake, aware, alive. Thank you for walking this path with me. This is ABD of Finance signing off. Bye bye.